Hello everyone, I'm Tom Palmer with Tom Palmer Custom Daisy Rifles in Motor, Oklahoma. This is June the 16th, 2025. It's on a Monday, and I just want to bring you an update on my Model 410 that I recently purchased. It had a broke trigger and a cracked stock and a few things I just want to kind of show you. Had the beads gone, but it's complete as much as I'm gonna get. It's turned out to be a nice gun for what it is. These are just, you just don't see many of them, but here it is. And of course, you know, you can still, I'm gonna work on this, try to get this a little better, right in there where the crack's at. And it's on both sides. And anyway, that piece was completely separated from the rest of the stock. And but anyway, it's got a hollow cavity in here from back here, from up into this part. So I took and super glued that part back on, and then it's got a split in it, and I filled it with epoxy and made it a solid piece in there, which should really reinforce that, and should be no more problems with it. Like I say, this gun will hardly be shot, but it is capable of being shot, and it should be reliable to shoot. But I found me some replacement beads on this model, on this pop gun. As you can see, pop gun. But anyway, well, I found some beads to replace the bead, and they look like the original deal, and so that turned out really nice too. And also, if you remember, the right-hand trigger was broke off, and so I'm working on a couple of more Model 21s, and so but here's the trigger that was broke. See there, and those are fairly easy to replace too, by the way. So not a big problem. Finding them may be a problem, but anyway, I found 2 sets of them, new old stock, on eBay, and so they weren't cheap, but I bought both sets because I'm working on a couple more projects, a couple of 21s. But this is, like I say, this is a Model 410, and I get that up there where you can see it, hopefully, and read that. And I believe these things are definitely, they're more rare, maybe less desirable than a 21 because it's a pop gun, but more rare. They didn't make as many of these. And I think I read in Garby's book where I think 26,000 was all that was produced of these. And but anyway, there's my specimen of a Daisy Model 410, and I'm very thankful to have that rare bird in my collection. And while we're at it, I'm going to show you a couple of the 21s I'm working on. This is one that I acquired Saturday on June the 14th, 2025. I bought it along with the 410. I didn't really realize that was a 410 until I took my flashlight and really gave it a good inspection before I bought it. And then I said, well, I definitely got to have it. But this one here is rusty and crusty, and it had both triggers gone. I'll have to get a trigger guard for it. The trigger guard was missing. But I do have a new set of triggers coming, and it will be fully functional. Today I'm gonna try to give it a good cleanup. Needs a good cleaning, and I'm gonna. It's got dents right there. I'm gonna try to take out all the dents I possibly can out of the thing, and because I wanted to get through with it, I do want it to function. You know, a lot of people just want these. They want them to work. But they just, not that they're going to use them, but anyway, so I've got plans for one of these, and we'll see what happens to the other one. But there's the one barrel. You know, like I say, it's a Model 21. Let me get up there where you can see it, hopefully. I don't know if it'll focus or not, but anyway, it's a Model 21. Maybe you can see it there. And oh, that's the first one. And then it also had the front sight broke off of, so I got replacement for that sight, get the triggers, and rest of it just be cleaned up, put new seals and kits in this one also. This one here, my friend's making a walnut stock for it, and anyway, it's got some dents in the barrel also, you know, but I think it'll clean up, and I think it'll make a decent, respectable 21. You know, these are guns you just don't throw in the trash. You just feel like you gotta bring them back to life, and that's exactly what I want to do. And here this one is. Let's see if we can read it. Yeah, model 21, Rogers, Arkansas. But anyway, so right now at the present time, I have I've got 4 model 21s, 2 of them that is really nice, and these 2 that I'm building. And that first one I showed, that rusty crusty one, the buttstock on it is not busted or anything. It's rough, and the forearm is rough, but they're going back on that gun because they're original to it, and they are in good shape, not broke. So I'm gonna use them back. But anyway, and then I've got the model, the 410, the pop gun to match them. So all is good. And I'm learning a lot about the model 21s, and they definitely a little different animal. You gotta putting them back together is gonna be a little challenge. Getting the air tube, the plunger assemblies in them. They have twins, and let me grab one right quick and I'll show you. A lot of you may already know this or don't care or whatever, but here they are. And yeah, that Buckman seal just fell off. It totally wore out, the seals in them. But anyway, when they're in the gun, you kind of get that effect. They're kind of laid over in there, and then the rod that pulls them back hooks in between them and pulls them back. But this right here is where you got to compress the spring to get this pin out that goes through here. The pin in the gun that goes through that, and that's what holds this. Is in a Red Ryder be the anchor, and that way we got spring. And these things, I seen read somewhere, heard they said it takes like 55 foot-pounds of energy to cock these things, and they are tough. And so anyway, but I think I'm gonna put them back just like that. I'm not gonna try to weaken the springs or nothing, because I just don't believe people's gonna shoot them, and I'm not, but I want them to work. All right, that wraps it up for this morning for the model 410 and the model 21s I'm working on, and I'll keep you updated as we go along with them. Thank you for watching.